Welcome back to another episode of This Takes the Cake from our Palm Beach office. This is our special Mother's Day episode. So we have my two favorite employees, favorite littles. Our SMB OG kids are on today. My two daughters, Bella and Gianna.
Hi.
Bella's 14 and Gianna's 16, and they have pretty much grown up in this business. We started this about 7-8 years ago. So you were how old, Gianna, when this started?
I was about like 9-10 years old.
And Bella, how old were you? You were...
I think I was like 7.
6 or 7. So like first grade, second grade, third grade-ish, right? So you guys are now at the age where you've been helping me with weddings the past couple years and having fun with it and realizing that mom doesn't complain on Sundays because I'm actually tired because you see how much work goes into it. What's it like growing up with a wedding planner? And don't be too harsh to poor mom over here.
It's cool because you can like have your own schedule. So like we could plan vacations around it, or like our birthday parties, all the decorations, everything that goes into all that.
Well, we're already talking graduation party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to be a hella bash for your graduation. Yeah. Bella, how is it for you? Because I know you guys are pretty opposite of each other.
Yeah, but like sometimes it's like fun with like birthday parties because like
do your friends ask you like, oh, I bet you have the best parties because your mom's a planner or anything like that, or no? They do?
But like sometimes like you'll be like busy, like sometimes we can't do stuff.
Yeah.
That's like the bad part,
but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool as far as, chatting about like when we do parties, when we do, like, I know you've told your friends, oh, my mom's a planner. Like, and you have your friends, bar mitzvahs coming up and your friends, what was it? Your friend's Quince is coming up. Mm-hmm. And you were telling her, so Bella's pimping me out at school, which works for me really good. You guys, we've done some wedding setup together. I always call you guys when I need extra hands on deck. What's the most setup? I know you've done some with me at the ranch, Gianna. You've done a few with me at the ranch as well. I tend to lose you to the horses because you like want to go over and pet the horse. Bella, do you remember the wedding we did on the beach?
Yeah, that was...
Oh, at the house?
That was a lot. We had to roll like the deck and
the chairs
down the ramp to the beach. And
I remember we had to take this cart down the ramp with like a bunch of chairs at a time on top of the cart. And
louder. You're talking quiet.
No, I had the cart, like I was holding it, and the cart like just broke and like hit my ankle.
Oh, I remember that. You had the biggest bruise. We had to sit you down, put ice on you. That sucked. You were hurting. But it was like a lot that day too because we did so many of the, we did so much setup and it was like nonstop. Remember we had to move all those tables out of the garage. That was like the wedding you guys worked pretty much just set up and then dad came and picked you up afterwards and before the ceremony.
No, but it was like, I don't even know, 3-4 hours. Like it was a lot.
Yeah. Oh, 3-4 hours is not a lot, honey.
Well, I know, but like for us,
it was just like a lot of carrying.
It was a lot
like
of like
it wasn't
labor.
the time, but it was like a lot of
That's
carrying.
what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of labor. What do you think is the most random thing that I've asked you guys to help with?
I don't know.
Random stuff? What's a crazy story I've told you from a wedding? All right, let's get to the food. Who likes to eat at the wedding?
Gianna.
Well, I actually don't end up eating like the food they give us and stuff because like I kind of am picky with like steak and fish and I don't eat that stuff, but
you do eat?
I'll eat the food.
And the dessert? The
dessert, yeah. If they have it.
Sometimes I bring you guys home some cake or dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the good part. So what's your favorite part about working a wedding with me? Do you like the ceremony? Do you like the cocktail hour? Do you like the reception? I know Gianna likes the vendor meals. Do you like the setup? Do you like seeing the bride and groom, the first look? What's your favorite part?
I don't know. I like the ceremony because I like to like people watch and stuff and like see all the guests arrive, and then I like to see like how it works and stuff. But I also like the partying at the end because you could see how people actually get like crazy and stuff when they're with their family.
Yeah.
The drinking kicks in.
That like one time, this one wedding, this guy, it wasn't even like a part of the thing. This guy brought out like these nunchucks that like glue. and like they turned different colors from his phone.
Oh my God, I remember that one. They
Yeah.
were so weird. He was swinging them around and
He just brought him out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay.
That was the wedding. I remember this wedding. This was not too long ago, and the DJ's son was there.
So yeah. So the DJ's son was there, and this kid was not good looking at all. Like slick back, like
We call him Sticky
No.
Ricky with a slicky.
I don't know his name. And so I was like taking a small break, sitting on these steps, and he walks in with like the other DJ guy, and he like takes a quick glance at me, and then looks away, and then looks back, and then just like comes over and is like, yo, what's good? And I'm like thinking to
But
myself,
he was your age, wasn't he? The kid was your age.
no, he like asked, he's like, oh, the first question he asked is, how old are you? And I'm like, 16. And he was like, oh, we're the same age. And I was like, okay. And so he was like, so you like work often? And I'm like,
Hold on. Meanwhile, I'm in the corner watching this kid like hit on my daughter, and I'm like, this is gonna get real awkward when I have to choke out the DJ's son here in a minute. Like,
no, I've never had a boyfriend and all that, so I don't know how to talk to boys because I have very bad social anxiety. So I'm like going red, and this kid's like not, cute at all. And he's like, just like,
I hope he's not watching this.
I don't really care if you know who you are.
She's so savage.
No,
She's like, I don't really care, Slicky Ricky.
no. But if he's like, I don't know, he was just like, oh, do you work here often? And I was like, yeah, I work with my mom. And he pointed to mom, and I was like, yeah, that's my mom. And he was like complaining. He was like, no, this is like my third gig this weekend. And I'm like thinking to myself, you sat on the porch the whole night on your phone with your friends. You're really working hard. But like, that was probably like the weirdest thing that happened. And then he just like, he shook my hand and like,
He didn't ask for did he ask for your snap or something, or no?
No, he like asked for your name?
he asked my name, yeah, and like, oh, what's your name? And I said, Gianna. And then normally people would be like, oh, I'm so-and-so. He didn't say his name, so now we call him Sticky Ricky with a slicky.
But you didn't ask his name. I asked you, I go, did you ask his name? You're like, no, I don't care about his name.
You're supposed to say, my name's Gianna, what's yours?
No, I walked outside to put stuff away in like the bride's mom's car, and I don't know. I walked out there and I heard him like on the phone with his friends, and they were both talking about getting her number, and I was like, please don't be me. Like, I would pull some card that I have a boyfriend all of a sudden. Like, no, thank you.
I would have just started running.
Oh, that's nice. Oh my God. Back to weddings now that we've established Gianna's dating life on the podcast.
Yeah.
So what about like, do you like working weddings or do you not like working weddings? Because I know Gianna's pretty much like, this is my backup career plan if nothing else works out, which is great. And then Bella, I think you like it, but
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Because okay, so the difference is Gianna is like, and you guys are more opposite than anything.
Well, I like it. I think it's really fun. It's the only thing I get kind of gets like a little boring for me is just watching everybody party, and that's all you're done. Like, you just kind of stand around
That's
and
the
watch.
nice part. That's when it's easy.
It's nice, but like, I kind of like being busy, like folding napkins, putting like menus in like on the tables, making the table. I kind of like all that.
What about you, Bella? Which part do you like and which part do you hate?
I don't know. I like both.
You like
like when you work hard and then like you get a
closer to
break.
the mic.
You like work hard and then you get a break when they're all partying.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You sit and relax a little bit and things like that. I love that part. I always ask Becca what's her favorite part. She's like, when it's over. Gianna, we did a wedding, I think it was at the ranch not too long ago, and we were coming home. And do you remember that driver?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was like, what, like 10, 11
It was
o'clock
10,
at
11
night?
o'clock at night.
We're on North Lake or whatever.
Nobody knows where North Lake is, baby. Go ahead.
Sorry. I don't know. We're on this like main road, kind of like right off like the highway, and we're driving. Nobody's on the road, and this guy in his convertible Mercedes comes flying
Like clearly
by
a
us.
young dude like driving his dad's car
Like,
or something.
Flew right by us, and he just like disappeared. Like, we didn't know where he went after that. We thought he turned, or I don't know. And so we just keep driving, and we are like looking down like the different roads, And he completely totaled the car and like over a fire hydrant in the bush.
Yeah, we did a U-turn.
And we were like, is that him?
We were driving and I was like, do you know where he went? And she's like, no. And then we saw a car like in the bushes and I go, do you think that was him? She's like, can we turn around? And it was 11 o'clock at night. I wanted to go home, but I was like, all right, let's go. So we did a U-turn and saw him. We would have called for help, but he already had people there and helping him and things like that.
No, I don't know if it was his dad or what, but there was some older guy like yelling at him by like his name and stuff. Like, what's wrong with you? And like,
could have been drinking. Who knows? Bella, any crazy stories you remember at the wedding?
I don't know. Oh, that one time, like we took the pizza.
Oh my God, that was so funny. Okay, lean into the mic and talk about that time. How
did it start?
So we were leaving and all the guests were leaving and it was a venue in Jupiter and the bride had ordered like a whole bunch of like 15 pizzas for late night station and they only ended up using like 5 of them. So the venue was like, hey, we're going to throw all these out. Do you want pizzas? So we're leaving with the pizzas, but we didn't want to leave with the guests and like see us carrying out all these pizzas. So we went out the back door. Go ahead.
We went out the back door and we were carrying like 5 pies.
We had to turn around because all the guests started coming that way.
Yeah. We went through like the back way, like by the dumpsters, and it stunk so bad.
And Becca's like running around hiding the pizzas.
And then she dropped her water.
She dropped her water, it went everywhere. We probably got done with the wedding like 45 minutes before that. But we were running out and I'm like, oh my God, this is all the bad habits Becca's teaching my kids right now, like stealing food. But it was funny because the ladies were like, we're coming that way, ladies. And we're like, oh my God, we're trying to hide the pizzas. That was hilarious. It was probably funnier because it was midnight. We were so exhausted. I think we had done like 10,000 steps. Anything random that I come home with from weddings and stuff like that you can think of?
You've come home with like chocolates and stuff.
No, but I'm like for wedding setup, like my car is usually
setup?
Yeah, for setup. What's the weirdest thing?
One time, I don't know what wedding it was, but I had to help you set up like a bunch of gift bags. I think it was for that beach wedding.
Yes, so we had all the gift bags for the hotel. Remember the entire guest bedroom was filled.
The guest bedroom was filled to
You did
the
that
max.
too with me.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah.
Both of you did that. We had to put, it was probably 200 gift bags and we had to do Advil packets and sunscreen
It was
packets.
like 2
Hand
bags of
sanitizer.
chips, like 1 Tylenol, like Tums.
And then we had to separate them with which ones were done and which ones were not done and which ones missing. We had to put notes on it of which was missing and we had to have the bride order more stuff.
And we had to tie like tags around. Yes.
Yeah. Bella, you helped me with the birthday party though, the wax seals.
Oh.
You don't want to talk about it. The invitations and the wax seals we had to do, and you were sitting there with the little teaspoon, you were melting.
Yeah, we burnt our measuring spoons from.
We had metal measuring spoons, and you were melting the wax tablets for the wax seals. We had a little assembly line going with that. And the whole time you're sitting at the counter, am I getting paid for this? Am I getting paid for this? That's what I always get. Hey girls, you want to help me with the wedding? Am I getting paid for this? That's the next question. Gianna needed internship hours this year.
Well, not internship hours, just more like community service hours.
Yeah, and Bella, you needed some for National Junior Honor Society. But I can't sign off on their stuff as their parent, so Becca is their boss.
Well, I need like 20 hours to graduate.
Wait, still?
No, I have it, but like I need 100 if I want like a certain scholarship and stuff, which I'll probably.
Wait, you're telling me I'm getting 100 hours worth of free help?
I need 20
Not
hours
free,
too.
but, you know.
You need hours too still?
No, they're actually allowing like.
Why am I paying you if you guys need hours?
No, they're
Because it doesn't start till after.
No, they're starting to allow work hours, be community service hours.
I don't know about all this. I want to get.
I'm being honest. Swear.
You guys are cheaper than my regular girls, so I don't mind paying you.
You don't pay us the same?
But here's where I get confused. No, hell no, I don't pay you the same as the girls who actually have experience.
Yeah.
But here's my
I'll
thing.
probably get like.
This is where I'm
50.
confused because I pay them to help me with weddings. So they get money and then I Apple Pay them. And then when they want something at the store, they're like, hey, can you buy this for me? And I'm like, but wait, I just paid you. Well, I don't want to use my money to buy stuff.
No, I go broke kind of fast.
What do we buy the most, Gianna? What do we buy the most with our wedding money, Gianna?
I buy a lot of Taylor Swift stuff. I bought some stuff in Disney. What did I buy with all my Apple Pay? I bought my
You bought
lacrosse stick.
You lacrosse stick. You want to start lacrosse. Bella, what do you usually spend money on?
Clothes and shoes.
So one's definitely better shopping choice than me, but
You think?
listen, my stuff is like gonna be worth something.
It's on your shelf collecting dust right now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, is.
I use it. I love it. So.
Who is your? So it's so funny because when you guys are starting to know some of the vendors when you work with me, and it's so funny because you'll ask me like which DJ we're working with, who's working tonight, who's your favorite DJ you guys like working with?
Well, I haven't worked with him yet, but definitely.
Ray.
I have.
You worked with Ray before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know who I've worked with random DJs. This is one DJ.
Slicky Ricky.
That him.
Ricky's
Yeah.
dad.
And then this one DJ at the Lady Jean Ranch wedding with the dreads and stuff. He like came in smelling like weed and stuff. And like, I was like, okay. He like walked around the whole time and just like.
Life experiences by my kids.
I don't know. He just like walked around the whole time talking to guests. Like, whatever. That's the only DJ.
All right, so we got to get you on a wedding with Ray. And then Bella, you've already worked with Ray. So is he good? He's all right.
Whatever.
So
Well, obviously he's cool. He does all the F1.
He is cool. He's cool. He's going to do your graduation party. Yeah, he did our holiday party, but he never showed up to it, remember? But we had Ivanko there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he good DJ?
Yeah, he's good.
And Ray Moreno, you guys know him.
Yeah.
So shout out to the boys at Mike's Sype. We love them. Let's see. When mom gets calls, like what's the most inconvenient time that I have to take a call or I have to answer an email or I have to stop what I'm doing?
When you're yelling at us and you get a call.
What are you talking about? We're on the air. I never yell at you.
That or it'll be like.
We'll get in trouble because we're acting stupid.
She says it right there. We'll get in trouble because we're acting stupid.
Well,
and then
we act like we have no brain cells. That's the only time we get along is if
she'll
we have
get
no
a
brain
call,
cells.
and then we'll get a break.
You get a what?
Like from you yelling. Like you get
Either
a
that
break,
or
get a
it'll be
breather.
like, it'll be in like the car or like if we're like on vacation or something, it'll be like a quick call, but that's
not
pretty
quick.
much it.
Do you remember when Taylor Swift? We got the concert tickets for Taylor Swift, and you were like, "You are not booking a wedding that day. I don't care. I don't want any weddings booked that day." And I was like, "No, I won't book a wedding that day." And I still booked a wedding. I didn't work it, but I still booked a wedding that day.
Taylor Swift obviously.
Taylor, what?
Taylor's obviously more cool than a wedding.
You do get mad when Ray remixes her songs, though.
I don't. Well,
Tell Ray to stop remixing
well, it's
her
not
songs.
just Ray. It's just any like mashing up Taylor Swift with like techno kind of is like ruins it, and it's the same song like every single time, and it's like kind of like.
Do you guys like when there's a DJ or a band better at a wedding?
Well, I've
DJ.
never had a band.
I don't like a
but
band.
You don't like the band?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Because like when they're like redoing songs, it just sounds.
It doesn't sound as good as the original.
Yeah.
I always like the hybrid because I feel like you get the DJ playing the original song, but then you also get like the live music aspects and just like with the sax and the drummer and things like that.
Well, I've only had DJs, so
All right, we got to get you on a wedding with a band then. So have I ever gone into planner mode at your social events? Or
Yes. Because
tell us more, Bella.
Because I have an 8th grade dance coming up, and
Okay.
we have to make our own centerpieces, like the
That
kids.
pisses me off. You should not be making
See?
your own centerpieces for the 8th grade dance.
Exactly.
no.
Your 5th grade dance,
You judged.
No, I helped plan it. I created a whole layout, a timeline,
Yeah,
and
but
all
we'd
the other
get in
moms
the car
wanted to
and
go
you'd
home.
complain about it.
They used plastic tablecloths.
It's an elementary school dance. It's not like some high end.
See?
It should have been high end. And then you had the military ball that I already reached out to them multiple times last year to help with and to
Yeah.
donate services for. But I remember your homecoming.
Homecoming, it's fun, but it just sucks every time because like the DJs, it's pretty much just the DJs and like the theming of the place because the only thing they do is put this massive tarp down so like we could dance on in the gym. And like the DJs, they don't do any like remixes. They kind of just play like the whole song through. Like the last homecoming, there was like maybe at least 1 hour of just, I don't know, Spanish music and people got bored of it like really fast. But otherwise,
But at the same time, like I remember when you go and I'm like, who is the DJ? Who is the photo booth guy? You're like, show me your photo booth pictures.
some
You're like,
random
I don't know.
guy.
I'm like, why didn't you get his card? And you're like, I didn't get a card. I'm not asking for a card. But I
No.
keep offering your schools, like, I will help you. I will give you vendors. Like vendors would donate their stuff and they're just like, don't respond.
I think it's just, I don't know. I think my school can't afford. But
Your
It's-
school can't afford it.
they can't. They
I
really
would do it
can't.
for free though.
Yeah,
would
but I
help them.
remember the 5th
They're-
grade dance. Like our DJ was the gym teacher,
Oh my God, he was awful.
and he used the dirty like speaker that had like spider webs all over.
Oh God, it was like from 1995.
No, our SGA, like, or student government, like, association, they're not gonna, unfortunately, they won't take it.
But I could still
they
help
like to
out.
plan it, like, themselves and stuff, and it's like,
oh God, it is frustrating because
Like-
I feel like these kids bust their ass all year long and they're working hard and they get these celebrations at the end of the year with homecoming and prom and, you know, military balls through ROTC and your 5th grade dance, 8th grade dance. And they like, it's like this plastic tablecloth, blah dance.
Prom,
and I feel like I
though-
want to, it does it. I judge it because it
No.
irritates me. I feel like
prom,
you guys
though,
deserve
for
better.
us, prom is, like, a little bit different, like, for our, like level-wise. Like, it's not in, like, the gym at school. So I think last year prom was in the Kravis Center.
That's better.
stuff.
That's a little elevated.
This year it's in some random ballroom that doesn't look good. So I think it just depends on like how much they can raise. Like for dance marathon and stuff, they obviously like raise money for the kids and stuff. But part of that has to go into like the main event at the end of the year. And it's just in the cafeteria with like a small stage and like just little games and stuff. Like it's not that like
So
they just had a speaker.
the juniors and seniors get to go to prom. You don't go. Next year you'll go to
Next
prom.
year.
Next year you'll be a junior. You'll be a freshman next year. So you guys will be driving to school together. Now, do you, Bella? Because I think you've done more weddings with me because this is like more your thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that you're going to be judgy at these events and these dances and stuff? Because I know you do at your middle school dances. You're already like, oh my God, my mom would hate this and stuff like that. And you're like, you come home and you're like, Mom, look at this and showing me pictures and stuff.
I mean, like when I work a wedding and I see all like the flowers and stuff and like the decoration, and then I go to one of the school dances, like, oh,
Yeah. See, welcome to my world.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like homecoming, like it's fun. You get your friends to go and stuff, and at the end of the night, you're kind of like, that kind of sucked. Like this past time, I legit said like,
You're so
I'll go every year because you only get like 4 homecomings, and it's like, it still kind of like sucked. But I'd still go again next year.
You're so savage. You'll still kind of sucked, but you'll go again next year. That's why your graduation party is going to be insane.
Yeah.
Because I get to plan it and I'm bringing in, like, I already talked to
No.
DJs. I have photographers set up. We're going to do it
No,
all.
you told me to invite like the whole like 2027 class, but that's like 600 kids. And
It's okay.
I don't even know half the class.
You
So
better you got 2 years to get to know them.
I mean, I'll invite
Not
anybody
you.
like I know, and if they don't go, they're gonna like see pictures and they're gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
should have gone."
Yeah, because
So,
your graduation party is going to go viral. I already have that
Yeah.
planned. Do you mind if we wait 2 years to do a graduation party combined with your sister, like after you graduate? So I only have to pay for
absolutely
one
not.
part.
I wouldn't want my party with
All
her.
those gifts and stuff, all that money you get, that goes to me.
For your Taylor
Like-
Swift stuff.
So we can't do a combined
Sure.
party?
No,
Really?
no,
That
I
way
don't
you
even
can
want
only
one
plan
with my friends.
Okay.
Like that's
But
like,
I feel like so we and Daddy talked about this when we did our podcast, and I feel like Daddy is more of a planner for our home events and our own, like your parties. I've done parties for you guys, but I feel like I'm outside of planner mode when I'm home, so I'm kind of like, what?
no, and the difference is obviously your wedding and event planner. Dad does
Dad's our
every
travel agent.
single vacation. Like we went to Disney like a few days ago, like full blown ahead of everybody else, speed walking to the next ride of the restaurant. Like this reservation, I couldn't meet. Everybody left, and it was only me and Mom in line for Figment.
They
Like
left us because they had a reservation to get to.
reservation, like he is on like a mission. Like can't like just drop everything.
I can't with his
Oh.
speed walking. Like we'll be in Publix and he'll be like 10 yards in front of me because I can't keep up.
No, me and my friend went to Publix, like, because we had to run in there, and we were like making like fun of him, like he was like already halfway in the store, and we just walked in, like,
Literally.
He's
like-
really on a mission. When he goes, he goes. And same thing with vacations. When he's booking vacations, I feel like none of us know what's really happening, but he has like the
No.
whole itinerary ready to roll.
no, like we went to Tennessee a few years ago, like it was we're gonna go hiking this way, then we're
And
gonna go
he's
to
falling
mudding
like
this way,
up
and
the
then we're
mountain
gonna
already,
go to
and
Dollywood.
we're like,
He's got a stick, like to help him up the mountain.
Found in the
We're all, like
bathroom.
dying, like New York City, like.
Oh, that was the biggest surprise ever. We
but
pulled
he's
off
got
on
the
there.
Great.
crippled toe and he's faster than all of us.
No, he was like, okay, we need to go
Okay,
take
so
the E train.
but you gotta backtrack it because they don't know what that
Trade
means. So
Center.
we had to backtrack it. So for Christmas, we had planned for 6 months to surprise the girls with a trip to New York City the day after Christmas. So it was like their 5th gift open because all the first 5 gifts were like basically just regular gifts because they always know their big gift is last. So I couldn't keep it to last because a lot of their stuff was like warm clothes and things like that. Well, Dad had surgery like it was 2 months before Christmas. So we weren't sure how he was going to heal and how that was going to work. So he literally had like a boot on for some of the trip and still like 10 feet, 15 feet ahead of us, limping along in the city, like
trying to get to the subway to ride like the E train, the 1 train, the J train, all the way to like, I don't know, uptown or midtown or downtown. 5th Avenue.
So he was like always ahead of us. I'm like, God, he is literally walking with 9 toes and still ahead of us. And he's like on a mission when he goes. But we had planned, but pretty much like he had everything mapped out as far as our plans for what show we were going to see, when we were going to do reservations and Chinese restaurants, which Gianna, you didn't make the Chinese restaurant.
We don't talk about that.
You missed a lot.
Quesadilla didn't sit well. But like
the quesadilla won that day.
Yeah, what sucked was the Statue of Liberty kind of sucked. We had to walk up like 50 flights of stairs.
And then it was cold and rainy that day.
And you can't even really see it because obviously you're on it, but like you can't really like see much when you look up.
No, you look up her dress. We did look up her dress.
Yeah.
But we didn't even go up to the crown. What was your favorite part though of that trip? Because that was a lot of fun.
Chinese food.
You guys were shocked.
I don't know.
You were shocked on Christmas morning when you guys got that trip.
I like the subway a lot because
we're not going on the subway again. The subway is literally we
have to take the subway to Yankee Stadium.
We were lucky to get out alive. After the subway, every night we got home, we sat in the hotel room and we watched how somebody got murdered on the subway.
Yeah,
and it was
somebody got stabbed
was like,
in the neck.
I love it here. This is amazing.
Somebody got stabbed in the neck. Somebody got pushed on the track. Somebody got set fire. Like it's a whole thing.
Wasn't there like a shooter on the loose or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah. And then Gianna, you want to go to college there.
I want to go to NYU.
And my goal for that trip was to scare you to where you didn't want to go, which it was a little overwhelming in the beginning.
I always get like homesick for like every major vacation. Like the first night, I'm like wanting to go home, and then you wake up the next morning, it's like I feel like $1,000,000. But like I get homesick like pretty literally only like the first night and stuff. But otherwise, it was very fun. I think my favorite part, I don't know.
I think my favorite part was the Broadway show, hands down.
And then I think the Empire State Building is really cool. But I don't know what else.
What happened the last night we were there
So last night we were there, we were coming back from the Broadway show. And we're taking an Uber back, and we get back to the hotel room and stuff. And I'm like, where's my phone?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? And Dad and Mom are like, well, did you like leave it in the Uber? And I'm like, I don't think so. Like check Life 360. So Dad,
you were literally like, it's in this room. Check Life 360.
I was like, it's in this room. Check Life 360.
There's no way.
So Dad checked Life 360, and there it goes, going up 7th Avenue. It went all the way to Midtown, which is like Times Square, and then came back to Soho.
Yeah, we got the guy to bring it back, which was really nice of him. We're totally off track on weddings because we're just sitting here like hanging out.
Whoops.
So what do you think is, if you could give one piece of advice to a bride on everything you've learned from weddings, what would it be?
Make sure he's the one.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry. Had to be said.
What about you, Bella?
I don't know.
Had to bring the mic close for that.
What do you think, Bella?
Yeah, make sure he's not a weirdo, but like, like don't stress out as much on the wedding day because like nothing really goes wrong.
Nothing goes wrong, but even if it does, like it's gonna be okay.
Like we fix it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of brides get so much anxiety they end up ruining their own wedding day. Oh God, what?
No, from like the question earlier, like what was like the craziest thing you've told us? One person, I don't know. This is a really really late answer, but like I don't know when it was. It was like early last year. I don't know, but some person like had to be taken away on a stretcher, and at the exact moment, the DJ played "Somebody Call 911."
Yeah,
like somebody call
911. The groom. I don't know if it was a mixture of drugs and alcohol, or too much alcohol, or too many drugs, or whatever it might be. But the groom collapsed, and the they had to call 911 and the groom went up into the paramedics came and they took him away, and it had to have been bad timing because there's no way a DJ would like consciously play that. But as soon as they lifted him up in the stretcher, the DJ called 911. Somebody about partying on the dance floor.
Is Shawty's burning up on the dance floor?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So the groom gets wheeled away, goes upstairs. This is where it gets weird. One of the bridesmaids or maid of honor stay with him the whole time, and the bride kept partying. The bride was like, I'm still gonna, this is my wedding, I'm partying, like, you know, that's his problem. And she stayed and partied the rest of the whole night, which was funny. I think we had one where somebody passed out cold and we were poking him and trying to shake him to wake him up, and we couldn't get him up, but we were checking his pulse and everything was good with that. What is your favorite, like wedding favor, party gift, food that I've brought home to you guys?
No. That pizza was pretty good though. When it was midnight and tasted so good because we were starving.
I don't know. I feel like you've brought back like
Cookies,
or like it's not even like from weddings, but like just other like little like events for like vendors and stuff. Like,
vendor events, yeah.
just like little like gift bags. Like there'll be a cup in it or something.
When you're
like,
older, you'll like the hangover kits.
Or like the cake testing.
Oh, cake tastings, yeah.
Yeah,
I brought home samples of cake for you guys and stuff like that.
cupcakes.
Okay, so we're gonna quiz you guys to see how well you know. And this is, listen, you do good on the quiz, there might be a raise in your future.
Sweet.
What side does the fork go on when setting a table?
Right?
Yeah, they're right.
Okay, that
Now you're
question doesn't
copying
count
me.
because I actually have to Google that and I don't really know.
Okay.
Okay, so I do know that you eat from in. So your smaller forks go out because you start with the salad fork, and exactly.
I had a mental breakdown on a
Oh my
because
gosh.
of that.
Yeah, you did. You remember that?
I was like, I don't know what fork to use. Like,
Yeah,
I
you were
was
like freaking out.
I don't
over
know
that.
why, but like
I was embarrassed of her.
8-year-old me
and I was
didn't
like
understand.
2 years younger than her.
You were embarrassed of her.
I was
Yes,
in
I
like
was like,
fourth
oh my
grade.
gosh.
That was the last cruise I went on.
How long? Well, COVID hit. And there was a whole bunch of stuff with that. How long is a typical wedding ceremony?
30 minutes.
All right. You guys just got a 20-cent raise. What's the
Okay.
difference between a maid of honor and a matron of honor?
Isn't like matron like married?
One's married, one's not.
Oh, you guys are killing it.
Well, you definitely didn't tell us that answer before.
How much should you tip wedding vendors?
I'd say depending like what they did at the wedding, and then like so like you obviously you put like the whole thing together, so you should probably get like the biggest tip.
I love
then,
this.
like-
Hold on. Repeat that one more time for everybody.
Yeah, because,
Wedding
like,
planner should get the
biggest tip, but like catering and stuff, they obviously just like specialize in like food and stuff, so maybe like
But food is a lot of it.
food is a lot,
Service
like
is a lot of
cooking
it.
and stuff, service. DJ, I mean, they should get a good tip depending on like how good they play their music.
And the Taylor Swift mixes.
Yeah.
Well, because they like announce stuff too.
They announce stuff, but that's pretty much all they really do is sit there and like push buttons. No offense.
Yeah, but like they have to time
But like,
it and
you
stuff.
know, no offense to any of the DJs out there who push buttons. But like there are some that actually, I'm just saying push buttons because the past two I've had just sat there and pushed buttons.
Well, those were the yeah.
Those ones, yeah, like there's
That was-
DJs
that
out
was-
there who literally
that
like
was-
are on the dance floor and partying with you. Like they get like a raise.
She's just aiming it at Ricky at this point.
No, that guy, he's sitting on like the porch the whole time with his phones on like
You're so-
Snapchat. I'm like, okay,
You're so bitter with this kid.
Like,
ew.
What is the number one thing a bride should never forget on her wedding day?
engagement ring? No.
Engagement ring? You
Well, she
mean
should be
wedding
wearing
ring?
that. Are you kidding
Maybe
me?
maybe your vows, if you have any, or like I don't know. Obviously your dress, but that's
Veil,
veil.
bouquet.
Yeah. I don't know.
Your fiance?
Well,
He'll
yeah,
be
that's
there.
Yeah. You never know. He might be stupid.
Well, you already told them to make a good choice and make
That
sure
was
he's the
me.
one.
Yeah.
Pick the right guy.
On a side note, if they don't pick the right guy, what's the benefit of that? It's a repeat customer for mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, none of my couples, I will put it on record, not one of my couples to date have ever gotten divorced. They're all still together. So good job there, mom. If you guys planned a wedding without me, if let's say I fell off the face of the earth and there was a wedding and you guys Dad said, here, girls, you guys have the most experience. You guys take the timeline and run with it. Could you guys do the wedding without me?
No.
I'd give it to Gianna because I know she'd probably mess up. So it just.
No, we would end up like fighting. Like Bella wouldn't want to talk to this person, and I would have to I would have to like run somewhere
Because I forget what I have to
there
say.
Would just be too exactly.
Like
There
I'd
would
be
just
on my
too much
way over
running
there, and I'm
around.
like, what do I have to do? And then I'd run back to you.
That's like walking into Publix without a list.
No, I would
Exactly.
crash out.
Gianna, you are good with, so Bella's really good with details at a wedding. I've noticed the differences between the two of you at a wedding. So Bella's really good with details and setting up and things like that. You're really good with it too. Bella's more quiet when it comes to, which
I mean, once Gianna starts talking, she doesn't stop talking.
But that's good though. That's
No,
good.
that's bad because it's like,
No,
stop
I'm
talking.
pretty good with communication to like the other people or the other vendors.
you'll get on the radio, you talk to people, you're like, I'm on it now. You'll go tell people stuff. Bella's like, I'm not going out there by myself.
I can't understand the radio. Like, I can't hear anything.
I like the radio.
Like, it's like mumbling.
Should I get
like a
radios for the
secret
house? We talked about this on Dad's podcast. Should I get radios for the house?
What's that?
Like if I get radios for the house for everybody to wear around at home.
No, because
Oh.
there's always just yelling anyway.
No, because Gianna would not stop
Across the
talking
house.
on them.
Somebody let the dog out. You know,
I know she
it always
reminds me
ends
of
up being
something.
me.
Did you ever think that if you let the dog out without being told, I wouldn't have to yell about it?
I always do that. I let him out without being told.
Okay, you do always let the dog out. You always
Okay.
feed him. Bella,
Here's the thing.
Nothing.
She tells me to let out the dog, and I say, okay, let me go to the bathroom really quick.
You
and
go
I'll
to
do
the
it
bathroom.
after. No. I say,
An
let me go
excuse.
to, or like, let me just do something really quick. Like, let the dog digest it. And
He doesn't need
literally,
to.
I'll go and do it, and I'll come back out literally 3 minutes later. She'll be like, whiskey, you see which sissy's better? Because she'll be letting out the dog already because she couldn't wait 3 minutes.
because he doesn't want to have an accident on the floor. He's got to
Yeah,
go.
but the dog has
No, as
waited
soon as
20
he's done,
minutes before.
as soon as he's done, I take him out right away and he goes.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't need to
See?
wait.
He
She doesn't
need to
let me go.
digest
He doesn't need to digest. It's already like there.
it. Let's see. Craziest. I think we already talked about this. Craziest wedding moment you guys have witnessed, thanks to me.
Oh, remember that one guy that came in from the yacht?
What?
That just like I have to pee really bad.
Oh my God, that was Silky Ricky's wedding.
Yeah.
So this guy, we were.
Well, the venue was right next to a private like
It was a
marina.
yeah. And so this guy comes in off his boat.
I wasn't even there.
drunk. Yeah, you were. You were there.
I was there, but I walked in like last second.
And he comes yelling in, I have to pee. And we're like, sorry, this is a private event. And he was like so mad. He goes, I don't care. And he pushed past everybody, went to the restroom. And then he came back and said, who told me I couldn't use the restroom here? And and started yelling at us. And Gianna's like, okay, he's crashing out.
No, there was one word he used that we kept.
He said a one word. He said accosted. He said, who accosted me on the way to the restroom?
Yeah, we just like randomly would say like, oh, you like accosted this, accosted.
Yeah, the whole night we're like, don't accost me over this.
I didn't even know that was a part of like dictionary. I didn't even know what that word meant.
If I planned your future weddings, which I will, because God help whatever planner you guys hire. If I planned your future weddings, what rules would you give me? Because I see moms and their daughters and I'm like, oh mom, please calm down. This is like your daughter's wedding, like enjoy it. So I know personally it's going to be very hard as a planner and as a mother of the bride. What rules would you give me?
I will probably be freaking out that entire day because I have my anxiety's like through the roof.
Oh,
Like with all that.
I'll be like, whatever. She's got it.
You
I
gonna
don't-
let me do my own thing?
I would, but like I would want to know like what's happening.
Yeah.
Like I would need to know like, is there any problems? Is there any of this? Like, or if there's like any like obviously family drama going around, I want to know.
There's always family drama.
Entertaining.
Oh, but like if I like something, she'll like judge it.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Like if I like clothing at a store, she'll be like, oh, that's ugly.
Like if I choose like a
I'm not
nice.
gonna make you. Yeah, but I don't want you to wear shit that
Like,
looks like
yeah, but like
shit.
if I want to do something on my wedding day or whatever, like first look or whatever, she'll be like, oh, I hate those.
No, I love first look.
No.
Do a first look.
No, it was the first look funny, like the
Oh,
thing
the funny first
with the
look.
groom.
Oh, with the groomsman. So when the groomsman dresses as the bride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
sometimes there's so many details it just complicates the wedding.
Because she was complaining on the way to the other wedding.
No, but like for me, I don't know. Like my wedding, I kind of want it to be more like, and I don't want to say like princessy, but I would do it like in a massive room and stuff.
Do you guys think that you're gonna want do you look at weddings now and you're like, oh, I would want this at my wedding, or I wouldn't want that? You already do that?
Because like there was this one time where the bride had like all her bridesmaids in like different bright colors.
You like that?
Like in dresses, like different types of dresses. I like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Like
I would like, I don't know. I would do darker colors. So like maybe like dark greens and stuff.
So opposites, of course.
Yeah.
Do you like two huge tall centerpieces, or do you like the bud vases?
I think huge tall center.
Do you
I like the
It
flowers
depends
with
though
the
on the
candles.
setting.
the flowers with the candles?
Yeah, it
Do you like
depends on
round
the
tables or
setting.
long tables?
Round.
Okay. No long tables like a bridesmaid, like a
No,
kid's table?
I think it definitely depends on like the setting. So if it's like a ballroom with high ceilings and stuff, like right now I want like a ballroom, like kind of like wedding, like the Breakers or something.
Oh.
Mine would be on the water.
No,
Marry somebody with money there, babe.
I will. But like that is tall ceiling stuff. Yeah, you have to have tall center.
And then Bella, you want more of a beachy vibe?
Yeah.
Sand in the toes ceremony, or just view of the water?
I don't know. I feel like view of the water because I wouldn't want to.
Are you guys doing a dress change at the end of the night, or are you staying in your wedding gown the whole night?
Oh no,
No,
you gotta
dress
do a
change.
dress change.
Yeah.
I would go into a shorter dress.
Are we
like a
doing
short
glow
white dress?
sticks, and are we doing after party or no after party? We're tired and we want to go to bed.
What do you mean after party? Like after
the wedding.
entire wedding?
Yeah.
Oh no, I
don't
think just
know.
the party
And then you're going home and going to bed? And
Jonah's like one of those that like,
I go to bed at like
bed
9:30
early.
every night.
I'd like keep partying
yeah, opposites, exactly.
because like I'd want it to last.
You want it to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then you would just make the
full bridal party or no full bridal party? Like
How
just
full
a
is
maid of
full?
honor and best man, or do you want a whole bunch of
full.
bridesmaids and groomsmen?
full.
Full.
I
Full
feel
bridal
like
party?
full would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outdoor wedding or indoor wedding? For ceremony.
Oh, ceremony outdoor.
Ceremony outdoor?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like maybe like a really, 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 really nice like church maybe, but like either that or they have those like weddings kind of like with the big trees and stuff like in the forest kind of that I think are pretty like.
So you want like some
even
like
I'd
when
be
it's
too
like
scared a spider would jump.
I
on
wouldn't
me.
be like even if it like rains and stuff like misty. I think it would look like nice.
cool. So no ranch barn.
Oh no,
Not ranch barn.
No.
No.
I don't want to smell cow poop.
Cow poop.
I don't know.
What's the ultimate growing up with a wedding planner mom story that no one would believe? That I don't do massive parties for you guys every year.
Hmm.
We'll get back to it.
it.
No one would believe a story that growing up with me, what it was like.
I don't know.
Is this job more fun than my last job?
Yeah.
Do you like that I have my own office and we're doing our podcast out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to come back on another podcast?
I would like to.
Oh, sure.
I think it's fun. I think it's
Because she likes talking.
Any Bella's savage too.
Literally.
Any thoughts? What's your favorite part of my job? That you get to help, that we get to, like, I love when you guys help me because I get to, when I work weekends, I don't get to spend time with you.
I actually like. I don't know. I like. Like, are you saying just for yourself or like for when?
No,
we
like
work too?
for you guys, what's your favorite part of my job for you guys?
Honestly, I like seeing like everything. Like I like seeing like the different families. Like there's so many like obviously people in the world, but like you get to see like all these people and like like see how who they're close to and stuff. And honestly, I like to people watch, so I just go and watch people.
I'll be eating my phone and she'll be staring at me.
What?
Like she
not-
said she likes people watching. I'll be like eating.
No,
and she'll
people
be
watching is like people you don't know. Like you see like in like,
You
I
still
wonder
stare
what
at
they're
me.
like.
So, I've done destination weddings in the Bahamas and things like that, but I haven't taken you guys to any of those. It's a lot of work. Would you guys want to do destination wedding? And if so, where?
in Bahamas, yeah.
Wait, anywhere?
Yeah,
Greece.
pick a wedding. If I had a wedding that said, "Hey, I'm going to this place for a wedding," pick a wedding that you guys would want to help me on.
Greece.
Greece,
Probably like Italy. I think.
Italy, and
Because
Greece?
she'd want the pizza.
No, because if you do get married in Italy, you'll probably get married at Lake Como, which I don't know. They filmed Star Wars there, but there's just like this massive like kind of like castle looking thing and stuff. Or I would do. I don't know if they do weddings there, but definitely like Paris and like the
Aren't people rude there?
the Palace of Versailles. I think that would be pretty.
Okay,
'Cause it's like an actual like castle.
so not like China or nowhere
If
like
it's
Australia.
I'd want it, like,
Actually
on the
not.
water.
Australia, like no offense to those people, but you guys have like massive snakes and spiders.
Yeah.
Like
That's
they
a big
come in
no.
the house and they're just there.
So you're not going to Australia.
Just
for
burn the
one.
house down at that point.
Yeah, the spider can have my house.
You're just going to move out?
Yeah.
Any thoughts, closing thoughts? Are you guys, I know Gianna said yes as a backup. Are you guys wanting to follow in my footsteps, or do you want to choose your own path? And you guys know whatever you want. If you want to, I want you guys to go to college. I want you guys to do what you want to do. What are you thinking? You want to follow in footsteps? You want to be a wedding planner, or do you like, hell no, I don't want nothing to do with this?
Well, I don't know. I enjoy it. I'm definitely like wanting to do journalism and like, I don't know, interview celebrities at like the Oscars and stuff. Or honestly, right now I'm kind of leaning more into sports journalism. I don't know. But I think like, cause that's like traveling everywhere and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I would definitely do this if I wanted to like stay local and stuff.
Bella, I know you love hair
like,
and makeup.
I like cosmetology.
Yeah.
But, like I told you that, and you're like, you're not gonna make enough money.
Well, you can if you do celebrities and you do weddings.
That's what
you can
I
make
said.
money.
You can do celebrities for movies.
That's what I
and,
said.
Like, red carpet.
So you want to do cosmetology. So do you remember when
this?
you were little and you said you were going
Yeah.
to open a bakery and you were going to be Bella's Brilliant Bakery? So cute.
Mhm.
And Gianna would be your food tester.
Okay. I'm not that big, guys.
So possibly following my footsteps, possibly not. I guess we'll wait to see.
We'll see. Worst case scenario, like if I get to like that time, like college decision and stuff, I would definitely take like a business class at like FAU or U, something like that, and then go on with that because that would look better, even though it's technically to me.
I
But
could
like,
give it to you.
Still,
What if like I take it over and then you work for me?
see that won't happen though. That just won't happen.
Gianna, Bella would be your boss.
That just won't happen.
So Becca asked me that the other day. She goes, wait, can I take over the business at some point when you retire? And I said, no. I said,
She can work for me.
It's literally going to have to, if I transfer the business to
sorry,
anybody, it would
Becca.
have to go to the girls when they're old enough and they want to take it over when I'm ready to retire, which is a gazillion years from now. And Becca goes, wait, I would work for your daughters? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome,
But
guys.
we're fun. That's the difference.
I'm fun.
No,
I'm
I know,
fun.
but like working a wedding with Becca is like really fun.
Yeah, because she's...
Yeah, Becca and Paige.
I haven't worked
Oh
with
my
Paige.
God,
I have
Paige. We
not
have
worked
to,
that
with
time
Paige.
with
we
the
have to give a
splinter.
shout out to Paige. That was the funniest time I think that you worked a wedding.
Paige, I need to work a wedding with you.
Bella, tell us about that time.
So she was like moving all the table signs, I think, and she got like a splinter in her thumb.
Louder.
She got like a splinter in her thumb. I don't know.
We videoed her. We trying to get the splinter out of her, and Paige is like our third child. And we have the funniest video trying to get this splinter out of Paige's hand. She was like screaming. It was hilarious. Awesome, guys. So maybe you will work maybe you will take over, maybe you won't, but you'll definitely be working more weddings with me. And now that I know I have intern and community service hours coming up for free, I get free kids. There's child labor laws, but it's fine. It's fine.
You give me about like $50 wedding, which I'll take. Money's
Look
money.
at your face.
Okay, last time I worked community service, I didn't get anything.
Yeah, you don't.
You got paid for community service?
I had $55. I got an extra $5 for just doing good.
You never paid me for community service.
I gave you community service. I didn't pay her for community service. Liar.
Okay, yeah.
Now we know who the favorite is. Oh my gosh, you're
It's
paying me
actually
after
the dog.
podcast.
It's actually the dog.
Because I worked 2 weddings for community service.
Whiskey, if you're watching this,
Whiskey
I
is the
love
favorite.
you.
She's paying me after the
You're
podcast.
my little monkey.
Stop talking to the dog. He's not gonna
I love you, Izzy.
Thank you guys for joining us on a special Mother's Day episode of This Takes the Cake. I think I laughed more on this one than anything. You guys, thanks for coming by. And
I'm
doing
still
this
mad
with-
I didn't get paid.
I'm hilarious, so that's why
She's
it's
paying me
funniest.
after.
She'd be like, show me the money as soon as recording stops. Thank you guys. Make sure you follow us on This Takes the Cake, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and on Instagram. We will see you next time. Love you, girls.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.